All right. Hey, guys, welcome back to howtobuycrypto.com. My name is Marco, and it's good to be back here in the studio. Some of you may have not noticed that I was gone. That's cool. Just wanted to get back into it with you guys and talk a little bit about a couple of different things. If you are interested in, where you think the price of Bitcoin's going, because generally people are, when Bitcoin moves up, a lot of the other coins, follow suit. And so we'll take a look at that at price predictions and targets. But hey, why don't I give some shout outs to Young Splash 20, George, Crypto Ops. And I want to say thank you for the subscriptions. And guys, if you haven't, let me go ahead and swap the screen. If you haven't joined the, subscribe to the YouTube channel, or you can join the Facebook group. We're here, talking back and forth ideas and, different things that are going on in the crypto space. So anyhow, be happy to have you here. Also, I am still planning on doing an interview with Omar Bam. This is him right here. You can see his face. It's Crypto, his channel. He's got, 50,000 subscribers, which is awesome. It's a great news channel. I highly recommend checking that out. And, he's got some good information. He was live at the Dash conference, and so he's got a bunch of videos and interviews from that. Let me just show you the videos here from that event, which is pretty cool. So anyway, one of the guys that got me into Ethereum initially, and I'm going to be happy to get to chat with him a bit. So while we're here, why not? We'll just take a look at the coinmarketcap.com. Let me refresh the page. It's 149 billion. And yeah, oh wow, jumped up 500 million. So cool. It was 148 billion this morning. Looks like the price is moving up a bit. Here we got Bitcoin triple fours. Look at that, $4,440. Ethereum's looking at 298. Let's see. And maybe I can talk a little bit about Ethereum, what I'm seeing there. Ripple's at 20 cents. Bitcoin Cash, I don't care about. Litecoin's $54. And Dash 318. You guys can see what I'm looking at here. I don't got to read out all these. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about, So I was looking here at the Tone Vase is one of the guys that I can show you over here. Tone Vase. Wait, there you go. Tone Vase is one of the guys that I listen to. And he talks about a numerical indicator. And this I thought would be interesting for you guys as far as looking at price targets, looking at this is a Coinbase Bitcoin USD chart. And this is the daily chart. You see 1 day. And you can see here the all-time high at this green line right here. Was around $5,000, right? And so basically, a lot of people want to, learn how to anticipate the market or set price targets. And I can't, teach that all in one episode here. But what I can do is talk about how the market does specific things, with different specific indicators. Now, the indicators that Tone Vase uses is something that I'm learning more now. And I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera here and just talk to you just for a moment. Before I get into that, basically, one of the things that I recommend for most people new to this space is to buy and hold. It's one of the easier ways to make money in the crypto space because Bitcoin is still so new, still such an emerging market. What I recommend is setting up an account through Coinbase on your phone, and you can easily do that. It takes about 5 minutes. If you guys are interested, you want a little tutorial walkthrough, you've got here, you can't see it, but just click on the app. It says Coinbase, and there you go. You can buy, it says at the top, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, and you can see I have little balances there on each of them. In one of my little demonstration accounts. Man, this cord is sticking on me. Okay, so one of the things I recommend is whatever dollar amount that you're looking to invest. If you're going to invest $100, you get $10 for free, with Coinbase for signing up. And then what I recommend is equally diversifying between Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And I'm a Bitcoin, I lean towards Bitcoin maximalist. I use the other currencies to get more Bitcoin. And I've been doing very well, been trading for a while now. And one of the things that I recommend is that you just hold. If you were to buy and hold at the beginning of the year, you would have seen more than a 5x return already. In fact, at the beginning of the year, you're looking at almost a 10x return right now in those three, So Excellent, excellent moves if you were just to buy and hold. Now, for those of you that bought at the peak, at the beginning of September, when Bitcoin was near $5,000, clearly it hasn't hit that point again. And this is where it comes into some strategy, into what you need to determine on what kind of investor are you? Are you a more of a day trader, a method trader? Are you a accumulator? And one of the things that I'm making a transition for those of you that don't know, I asked to go part-time on my full-time job at Freeport Mooring. As I'm a lineman, I pull in anchor lines for ships that come into the different docks, into the different plants. And I asked to go part-time because my cryptos have been doing so well. I've been trading them, and a lot of my gains have come from, I don't just accumulate. That's my number one goal, is to accumulate more Bitcoin, but I'm trading the altcoins to get more Bitcoin in. One of the ways that you do that is you can set auto buys, you can set auto sells, and that works very well. But also, I have a limited amount of time. I do work 2 jobs. I'm an associate pastor as well. So I have a very set amount of time that I can set aside to trade. And so because of that, it puts me in the same position that most of you are, is you don't have time to day trade or intraday trade because, you have the rest of your life, family and responsibilities, with work or businesses, And so the easiest things to buy and hold. But what I've been transitioning to is spending a little bit more time on a regular basis, day-to-day basis. And I'm learning trading. And that's what's going to set up what I'm talking about. And so instead of just buying and holding, I'm, waiting for X amount of gain, pulling profit, and then, going into something else that has good technical analysis that sets up for, good buy point, and then, investing in that, and then getting X amount of gain, setting up price target. Once it hits, pull profit, do it over again. And so this way I am exponentially increasing my portfolio instead of just waiting for the market to move, which it will do, obviously, if I just bought and hold, I'd be doing well, but I'd like to do it in a faster time frame. And I'm learning this because I'd like to day trade full time. And as I'm going part-time, in fact, I think my work is looking at, leaving me quote unquote part-time, but just, maybe never calling me. So I'm looking to be able to do this as a point of sustaining me. So that's where I'm at. And, you hear a lot of people making calls and saying this and that don't do this full time. Well, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and actually try and do this full time. So anyhow, let's go ahead and take a look at the chart here again. And again, this is a Coinbase is to Bitcoin to US dollar on the Coinbase exchange. And I'm looking here at a numerical sequence and indicator. And like I said, there are a lot of qualifiers to this. But one of the things that you'll hear Tonebase talking about is 9s and 13s. And this indicator has been used on Wall Street for decades, and it's a very solid way to look at the trends, right? And that's the whole point, is how do I make more money? So one of the things is it called here a perfect 9, set up perfection, perfect 9, sell, and this was on the day of the all-time high. And so if you were to have pulled some profit here, you would have been doing very well. You can see the pullback here. Now, this was September 1st. You can see 2017, 09, 01 at the bottom of the screen there in the center. And if you go to, let's go ahead and go to more current. Now, you see this? This is the setup. We're looking at what is a potential, another time to pull profit. Now, when I say pull profit, I'm not just saying, that I am cashing out my position in full. In some cases, I might pull maybe 20% of my initial investment of profit because, let's say the market's moved up 30%, and on $100, that's $30 of profit, and it's like, cool, I want to take some of that my initial investment out, as I'm making money back, and so maybe I'll pull 20% of my position out at a gain, and yay, I made some money there. That benefits me. Now, that doesn't, some people do make the whole trade and say, hey, it's up 30%. I'm happy to make that $30. I'm going to sell the whole, position there and wait for a low to buy back in, or wait for another technical setup to buy back in. But Anyhow, so like I said, I'm not saying 100% that you have to cash out, but pulling profit is a very important part of of sustaining the growth, right? Because you can if the market moves up, yay, but then when the market goes back down tomorrow and possibly lower than what you invested in, then it feels like you're losing money. But it depends on how you look at it, because if you buy one Bitcoin, you still have one Bitcoin regardless of what the US dollar value says that it is. So anyhow, if you only lose money when you sell when the price is lower than what you bought it in at. So with Bitcoin, it's definitely a longer term investment for me. I'm looking at 18 to 24 months more of accumulation that I plan on doing with Bitcoin. So depending on how you look at the market, depending on what things you're looking at. But here, let's go ahead and again look. So again, we've got that's not the screen. We've got another setup here, and I don't know that it's going to be perfection. Now that this is where I'm looking at specific indicators, and if we get the full count here to a 9, it does have to be qualified. That doesn't mean it's a perfect 9, and ideally we'd get closer here to this okay, I thought I was pointing for you guys. Here, we're looking at this 8. Ideally, we'd hit this, not the all-time high, but a price target. And let me go ahead and set up just a minute, guys. I'm going to look if I can add this other indicator here. I think it's this one. And I did that the wrong way. Okay. This is why I'm going off screen, so you guys can just see the positive. Okay, so here we go. Here's the other setup here, and you see this red line here. Am I looking at? Yes. Okay. You see this red line here is basically a target. Okay, you don't have to go for this target. This doesn't have to be what you're looking for. And honestly, I was looking at about $4,500 on my own without looking at this technical analysis, without looking at this numerical sequence indicator to determine what I would do. But I was looking at around $4,500 at profit taking. So here you got. I'm going to line up real quick here. You can see over here to the edge where I've got that white arrow on that red line. I'm trying to get lined up there. Okay, so it's around 46. I think it was 46.28. There you go. 46.28 is what this target is saying. And like I said, I was looking at $4,500 in the first place. So, and like I said, there are qualifiers to hitting these indicators. It doesn't mean we're going to get there. It's a potential, to move their potential sell point, price target. And like I said, on my own, looking at what I was, looking at Bitcoin and the price, and this is only one exchange. You can look at, like Bittrex, or you can look at like Poloniex, and see what those charts look like, and make your own decisions. But basically, like I said, I was looking at around $4,500 to pull profit. Anyhow, I thought that would be useful to you. One of the reasons that people even ever check out this channel is because I look at a bunch of crypto information, and I try and funnel it down for you guys, so that you guys hear just the more relevant information. You don't have to wade through hours of YouTube videos to get some information. But anyhow, guys, if you got any questions, you can email me at marco@howtobuycrypto.com. You can hit me up on the Facebook group. You can hit me up on the YouTube channel, and I'll be happy to get back with you guys and answer any questions that you have. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here and leave you with that. Hopefully I will talk to you guys soon, and God bless you.